Howdy.
Hello, we're back. And we were thinking to give you an update on where things are at from last week when we were doing the juicing, and also a little more on listening to our bodies. So through the juicing, so it ended up being 3.5 days, almost 4 days of juicing, and that whole kind of immune response, itchiness was diminishing. And it was so wonderful to see how easy it was to do this fast because I just knew it was the right thing to do from listening to my body. And I thought I'd share with you also how something else started to come to me in this last week regarding food and listening to my body. And what I have started kind of having a habit of the last few months was eating later at night. We'd have this wonderful dinner, and dinner isn't our largest meal, and but it would be very satisfying and quite filling. But then, I don't know, half hour before we would go to bed, I start feeling hungry, and I get to thinking, well, sometimes when I'm really hungry and I go to bed, I don't go to sleep very easily, or I wake up the next morning hungry, and so I was just going back and forth, and I would very often end up just sitting at the counter having some nuts and some raisins and a few things to kind of top me up, take the edge off that sense of hunger. And last week, as I was paying attention to what my body really wants, it was like, don't eat late at night. It was just so clear. And what I love about that...
We're so glad it came through.
I think she might have been telling me not to do that. But who wants to listen? You know, when the mind is going, let's eat, and it tastes so good. So, yeah, that's a lesson too, you know. Listen to your body, but sometimes listen to what the information is coming from the outside. You know, sometimes there's a lot of intelligence coming to us from around us. Sometimes people see us more than we see ourselves. But anyway, it took me listening to my body, getting this message from my body before I really responded. But what I wanted to point out that I saw that I thought was so interesting was how when I listen to my body, there's no debate going on in my mind. See, in the nights when I'd start to feel the hunger, it would be like, well, I should maybe eat, but maybe I shouldn't because eating late at night and that, you know, and there's that kind of ping pong match going on in my mind, which is just kind of upping the stress in a way. Because we were talking about how stress has an impact on weight gain or weight loss and all of our food in the last vlog. So, I can see how it's always stressful when there's this inner dialogue going on. It's like, the angel and the devil, one on each shoulder, and you're just going, it's crazy making. But when I hear it from listening to this intelligence, it's almost like it's there for no reason. There's no debate. There's no reasoning. There's no rationale. It's just knowing. It's just, okay. And it makes it so easy to follow. So this last week, the thing about late at night, the thought would come up, but there was no longer any charge because it was just so clear. Oh, I just know not to do that. And so it's beautiful how that's always there.
Yeah, and what's so great is that's how we deconnect from the choo-choo train. That inner wisdom is available to all of us all the time, and all we have to do is settle the mind, relax, check in. And I like it. I like every time I check in and I really follow it and honor it. And it's always leads me someplace great. Always, always. I want you to notice I wore sparkly threads for Christmas. So, yeah. We want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Did you want to say more about that?
No, I think that's good for now. You want to talk about the food?
Crackers.
Juice pulp. Crackers.
Juice pulp, yeah. Someone even asked us, what do you do with pulp? And we'll give you a new cracker recipe below that is so good. We make bread and we make crackers, and then we make sandwiches with avocado, tomato, onion, lettuce, open face. Boop. Lettuce goes on top.
Or sometimes we'll plop hummus. Oh, it's so good with hummus. It's so good. And when Connie says bread, not conventional bread, what that means is the crackers, we do the juice pulp recipe real thin so they get drier. And what we call bread, we just do it kind of twice as thick. So it's a little more substance and more flexible, more like a piece of bread. But
yeah,
this
so
is not
yummy.
bread.
And Bill puts in there sunflower seeds and
Pumpkin, flax,
red pepper flakes, vinegar. We even put some vinegar on these to get a sourdough taste. Really good. It made it even sweeter. So it cuts the cost of the juice way down when you get all this pulp to make other products that you can use that are so good. And he puts flax in there, and flax is so great for the omega-3s. But most importantly, what I'm learning in my book, How Not to Diet by Dr. Greger, the fiber in these veggie pulps and in the flax makes a huge difference in actually how many calories we absorb and how we feed our microbiome, how we feed our body's ability to really absorb nutrients from all of our food. So good.
Yeah, so we often think that we've taken all these great nutrients out of the veggies in the juice, and that's what we're drinking, so the pulp is kind of a waste product. But if you look at it, it's still full of color. And that color,
taste.
Well, and the taste is there too.
Yeah.
But the color is an indication that there's still nutrients. Those are antioxidants and everything, so that's there. And then we add all this flax, which has all these omega-3s, all this great nutrient as well. So I think if we were to examine these crackers as like one food, it would probably get classified as a superfood. It has so much going for it. Like Connie says, so much good fiber to feed that microbiome. And all the omega-3s, so high on omega-3s and everything else. So, yeah, enjoy.
And de-hook from the stress choo-choo train. Relax.
Listen.
Check in. Yeah. We send love. We send wishes for a wonderful holiday. And we'll see you all next week.
Great.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.